Let's head to the City Ground where Manchester United's opener in their 2-2 draw against Nottingham Forest caused controversy. Well, here's the incident then. The Forest player trying to keep the ball in, and it appeared to have gone... Yeah, it appeared to have stayed in. Dermot, you got to explain this to us.
Well, the assistant's made a judgment which I feel it's obviously not out. Why he's made that judgment, I don't know, because if the ball does go out and he doesn't see it, I can understand that because he has got 2 goalposts there. He's made a judgment from 75, 80 yards incorrectly. You know, he's probably thought it's gone out, but it hasn't.
Yeah, I completely agree there. The ball's definitely not gone out, and the fact that the linesman has made a judgment call from about, 70 yards? I mean, the referee was closer. I know he's at a bit of a different angle, but the referee was definitely closer. It's just too far to say, but again, this is twice in 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, there's goal line technology. Maybe that can be used across the whole byline. But then obviously VAR, I mean, they can't change the rules this year, but it's definitely something they need to look at for next year because, you know, it will cost teams ultimately.
You've highlighted the assistant referee in those clips there. Do you think he made the decision?
Say again, please.
We've highlighted the assistant referee in those clips there just to show how far. Do you think he made the decision?
Yes, I do, because he's the only one that's in that position to make it. And as I said, Julia, it's not ideal, is it? Because he's got so many things in his way. I still go back to the fact, you know, if this is the line and the ball's over it and I can't see, you're going to forgive me. You're not going to forgive me for giving something that didn't happen.
Do you think would the linesman have been speaking to him saying, I can't see from here, it's your decision?
I really don't know. You know, I mean, he's flagged. If you look, the linesman's flagged, so he's made the decision. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
The referee I feel for, because you're not, you know, that depth, you're not going to see whether the ball's over the line. It's got to be wholly over the line. You know, it wasn't far off being wholly, but it wasn't wholly over the line. You know, if it hit the line like that, you wouldn't give a goal.
Well, let's hear what Nottingham Forest manager Sean Dyche made of it after the game.
I just can't understand it. You know, you're an assistant referee, you're 70 odd yards away, you've got a goal and a net in the way, but apparently you can see. I've got a better view and I'm not in the right position. So that's got to be wrong, you know, in the current climate. The thing that annoys me the most, I'm a big fan of VAR, that's like, someone's got to be able to overrule these decisions just really quickly. That'll be 5 seconds. You just go, you know, that's in play. And he's deemed out of play and they whack it in, they score a goal. With all the technology and all that's at stake, particularly for us at Nottingham Forest Football Club after the start the club's had, that's a big moment, you know, and all of a sudden that goes against you. And that's very, very frustrating when it could be really easily cleared up for me.
Yeah, Jay, Dyche wants the VAR to be able to intervene quickly with something like that, says it's a mistake. Should they be able to do that? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think that would take long. You know, when you look at the time that a player would pick up the ball, go to the corner flag, place the ball, and then step back to look at what he's going to do. The players are obviously coming up as well. They're going to organise themselves for set piece because that's where the game is at right now. It wouldn't take that much time to see if the ball is out or in. That's something they can do, and it wouldn't slow it down any more than it normally is when someone's taking a set piece.
I think that's great on that one, isn't it? There's no doubt about that could be cleared up very quickly. But once you check that one, you've got to check everyone. The one the week before would have taken a lot longer because they replayed it. You know, we replayed it last week to look to see if it struck him on the way out. So,
but we spoke about that one. And
we did, but
you can see that you can see that when you slow it down.
You can
the first time,
but that wouldn't have been cleared up in 4 seconds. Not like this one. This one's relatively easy, isn't it? Because the line's there. The line is a clear marker. There's no doubt about that.
We're saying 4 seconds though. I don't think if we video most of the set pieces now, because the players have a routine where they set up. You've got your players getting the ball, placing the ball. It's going to take more like 10 seconds. I think you can look at that in 10 seconds than you can, and it will just get cleared up. Then there's no talking about it. There's no debates. No one's going to be moaning about these decisions.
But it's got to be everyone, and you can't just have that one. It's got everyone that goes out.
As well.
Every corner has got to be checked, hasn't it? Every single one.
Yeah, but again, every single one. Like, how often do you really see, quick corners now? You don't really see them no more. The defenders are coming up, and they're not sprinting up either. They're jogging up. They're getting self-placed where they want to do. Is it going to go near post? Is it going to go far post? And then the corner is taken. So I think they have enough time to have a look at that and make a decision. I think Dyche is right, 100%.
Well, you can understand Dyche's frustration, given it's the second week that it's happened now. Lawmakers IFAB have said during the week that they won't change that rule to allow VAR to intervene in a scenario like this. Why are they reluctant to change it, do you think, Tim?
I think that at the moment they've got the set protocols. They're looking to expand it. They're talking about the second yellow card. I think they're prioritising. And a player sent off a second yellow card, we saw a couple last season, that you think, well, he's very, very unlucky to be sent off. With that second yellow card, he might well not have been. Well, I think that's more important. You know, it's unfortunate for Forest. This has happened in 2 successive games. That's why we're talking about it. That's why Sean Dyche is upset about it, because he's been on the receiving end twice in 2 games.
Yeah, Jay, the worry then is, I know your point that you're making, it won't take too long, but then the worry is VAR could then end up being involved in every decision down the road.
But that's what VAR is for, especially when it costs you a goal. You know, if it's going to cost you a goal, I think a lot of managers, a lot of teams will say, you know what, it's cost us a goal here. I'd prefer you to check it just in case. And again, it's not slowing the game down. The ball's out of play already. So it's going to be a case of having a quick look to see it. Yes, Derms, you're right, like the Tavernier one. It might take a little bit longer, but I don't think it's going to be any longer than what it would be for a set piece to be taken. So you can look at it in that moment.
Yeah, now there was also a question about Ahmed Diallo's equaliser. Dermot, could you take us through that one, please?
Yeah, it strikes his arm on the way through, doesn't it? But the rule is, has he scored? No, so he's not penalised for that. Is it deliberate? No. What it does, it brushes his arm on the way through. If you watch, it gets knocked out, brushes his arm there. It's not a deliberate play. So the game goes on, gets cleared, he shoots, but not handball.
You know, obviously it does brush his hand. A goal comes of it though, doesn't it?
It does.
And in that respect, then would you be saying that, well, a goal comes of it, it is handball, you know, should it be given?
But it wasn't deliberate, was it?
I know it wasn't deliberate, but it's still handballed it, and a goal has come because of it.
If he was a defender, would you give a penalty?
For that one? You've got me on this one. I'm going to come back to you on that one later.
I wish they could show him. He looks incredibly smug with the way he's posed that question.
Don't worry, he knows I'm going to come back later now.
He's got you there, right.
I've got to get it in the bank early, Julia.
Yeah, clearly. I wish they showed how smug you look. Well, there was a question then of offside with Matthias de Ligt. We're going to move on, though.
Tim, I'm sure you can understand his frustrations. Does he have a point?
I'll be making the same noises as Sean this morning. I don't want to see more interventions with VAR. I really don't. I want to see less. Yeah, listen, if they slowed that one down, they went to VAR, then they would have said the ball never went out. But it was more out than in from the naked eye, in my opinion. I think he's 100% right. The official was guessed from 70 yards away, which is impossible for him to really... We know he's guessed because he's got it wrong. And but for me, I want to see less interventions. I really do. I want to see the game speeded up a little bit.
Well, goal line technology is perfect, isn't it? Because it's instant.
Yeah.
So could it be extended for corners, which is what we're asking here?
Yeah.
But I know that you in the past have said, what about if it's all around
the pitch, yeah.
If that's possible. We don't know how it would work with all the extra cameras and stuff. But if it was all around the pitch, every time the ball goes out, the referees watch buzzers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always going to work.
Yeah.
Is that feasible to do that? Would you like to see that?
Oh, no.
Because that's instant.
All down to money, isn't it? If we've got enough money.
Because we don't know how much it would cost.
To be able to do that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is a very expensive league. And like Sean said, if that's a decision what could take his team down, it costs them a lot of money to get relegated to the Championship. No one wants that. So there's a lot of money involved. I think if you put the technology, which we'd have to admit is the best, the goal line technology is... There's only once I've seen it foul. It was at Villa Park, wasn't it? One the Sheffield United goal or something at Villa Park.
Yeah,
but that's the only time we never question it. If the referee points to his watch, it calms everyone down in the stand, all the players on the pitch, they'll accept that the ball was out. So we talked about corners, we talked about goal kicks. The next thing would be there's a goal, it should have been a throw on. So why not extend it around the whole pitch? I think it's the only way. To get it out, rather than going to VAR, asking them, let them have a look at it. Like Sean says, it takes 5 seconds. It takes a little bit more than that. It should take 5 seconds to look at an offside, but it doesn't, does it? It takes 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So you know, for me, the game's too slow at the moment. I'd like to see it move a little bit quicker.
You mentioned how far away the linesman was from this and how he guessed it. It's 70 yards away. We can see it actually. And would this frustrate you as a manager as well? Because there he is at the far side. There's a lot of bodies in between. The ball's all the way over here. The player's back is covering it as well, and then the flag goes up. So again, would that add to your frustrations?
Absolutely.
Like it did for
I mean, yeah. Unless that official Steve Austin, the $1 million man, you know, where he's got the X-ray vision. For me, that is impossible for anyone, any human being, to see if that ball's in or out. What he's done is take a guess. He took a guess at the expense of Nottingham Forest.
And it, of course, led to a goal. We were talking about this, Tim, about the introduction of manager's call, right?
Yeah.
So FIFA, let me explain it. FIFA are trialling it. It basically means that each manager will be given a limited number of challenges per game, typically 2 per match, to request a review of a major decision. If you're not a fan of all of these, the stop and start in football, would you be for or against that?
No, because I want to speed the game up. That's going to slow it down even more. I think you see now, they've got an iPad, haven't they, or whatever you call it now, in their dugout, so they know.
Monitor.
Their monitor will tell them instantly, so they will never get a challenge wrong, ever. But it will take them how long before they can challenge? It takes them a little bit of time to rewind it and see at live time that monitor. But they will get it right. There's no way they will challenge because they're seeing it. 100% they would have seen that, but it would have took them minutes to be able to see that. So how long before they can challenge the call?
And what if the corner was already taken in that time as well?
It would have been. 100% it would have been. So, speed the game up. I don't want it slowed down.
Yeah, they are trialling that, by the way, the manager's call. Right, talking managers, another one lost their job yesterday, but it was